What's going on, everybody? So, if you are a grown man, as of today, you're a grown man and you're using dating apps, I could confirm and say for you on our behalf that life for us sucks. It is terrible. It is very, it ain't easy out here. And the main reason I bring this up is because this lady right here, she wants to know what is the male experience for using these dating apps, because they don't really know what we go through. And me, look, I've seen both sides. I don't help women build profiles on dating apps. I don't help men build profiles. I don't build mine plenty of times over and everything. So I know what it's like. And I've seen the struggles from both ends of the stick and everything. Sorry about that. For a woman, their struggle is that they have far too many matches and too many men match up with them. They could be butt ugly and out of shape, and they will still get about like 100 matches in 3 days. How does that make y'all feel? Me saying that out loud it's demoralizing, and it makes you just want to quit when you hear that type of stuff. And this is how I felt when I first helped somebody sign up, or a girl I dated in the past. She showed me her Tinder, and she had over like 100-something matches, and all the men saying the same shit, talking about "Hey queen, hi, good morning, beautiful," all the same typical stuff. And some of them just outright foul, just sending pictures. I didn't even know you can even send pictures in the messages on Tinder and stuff like that. And that's from just a small portion of what happens for the female experience on the dating apps. But she wanted to know about what happens as men on dating apps. For us, if you're a guy, y'all know how it is. We barely get seen. We gotta guard our way to get saw by paying money and these other stuff. So basically they're making it a cakewalk for the women, but for men, as life goes on, it's always hard. So in this predicament, finding a woman on there, life is going to be difficult as well, because dudes are the ones that make a majority of the people that's on the dating app. So for you to get seen, you got to be the cream of the crop, or somehow get lucky, or if the woman ain't got some dude on my level or looking decent as I am out there, you got to compete with other men that might look attractive, and you might have to wait in line. And it sucks. That's the male experience, just to summarize it. But let's go ahead and read her post right here. It says, men, what is your experience on dating apps? Women, can you relate? A woman can never relate to what we suffer through on these dating apps. It says, I'm a 22-year-old female, want to understand men experience on their side of dating apps. Many men say they hardly get any matches, but overwhelmingly, the biggest issue for women is men not texting them when they match / not putting in effort into the conversations. I understand statistically women get more matches, but that's usually where it ends. Nothing comes from the matches. Where's the disparity? It doesn't add up. The thing is, a lot of women, when they get on these dating apps, they typically match with the superficial guys, and these guys, the one that they're matching to, the top 20%, they got choices just like you got choices. They might not have high-ass numbers of people trying to hit them up and match with them, but they definitely have choices. So therefore, you going to wait in line the same way that you done made him wait in line. So a lot of these dudes like, nah, I'm not about to sit there and jump through no hoops for this woman, because I know I'm the cream of the crop, and she has to jump through hoops to get to me. So why am I pursuing her? She's gonna be more of the person of a lesser value here. She has 100 something matches, and none of these men in that match pool is what she desires, but one person. You got 100 people, and only one person out of the 100 is what you really want. So let's think about who really has the higher value here. You got all this trash here, and one diamond in the rough, one gem that you really want. So your matches ain't shit. That's really is for that. But as far as dudes, you might have 20, 30 matches. That's how it typically is to me. If I sign up for Tinder the first day, I don't get 100 something matches like these women do. But if I sign up for Tinder the first day with no boost, we're talking about maybe 20 to 30 matches and stuff. And that's me, because I'm attractive. But if you're not that much attractive, and you're not good at taking photos like I am, you might get about like 2 or 3 matches, and that might be it. You might get 5 if you're lucky. And with women and myself, when it comes to these matches, I let the woman match with me. That way I don't have to be on the app endlessly swiping, because if the woman matching you or swiping you, more than likely she saw some type of potential. So therefore I'll wait for that. But the women, they just keep on swiping right on anybody that swipe right on them, but they finally match thinking it's going somewhere. These dudes, they might be on there for the same reason the women on there. So let me continue on. It says a few things I've thought of / seen other options on the reasons for this. Her first bullet says, dating apps purely being used as an ego boost with no intention to talk to or meet people. Example, getting the high from matching with someone, the validation from someone liking you, not gender specific. Most men don't get on these dating apps looking just to get a thrill, an ego boost from a woman. Most men, they out here on a hunt for some butt. Women might not be thinking the same way we are, but getting booty is not as easy as it is giving booty as a woman. So yeah, we out here trying to find something, and something shaking, we can go ahead and play with it. It's as simple as that. But she like, this is the ego boost. This men, we don't need no damn ego boost from a woman in order to feel validated. We could self-validate. For the most time, I could make these videos or go to work. I take my own photos. I'm typically successful in my own right, so I don't need people to validate me. Women, they might go ask their homegirl, hey girl, how you think I look in this outfit? Or hey, what do you think of my makeup? Hey, have you seen my lipstick? What about my eyebrow? That's ego boosting and seeking validation. That's what women do. I don't know too many men asking them damn other guy, hey man, how my booty look in these shorts? Men don't ask that shit. That's women talk. That's women talk all day. We don't need no validation from a woman because we can self-validate. The next bullet she got, it says men not wanting to make sin the first message. Obviously, there's a lot of nuance and personal preference to this. Yeah, this could be, a thing right there, back and forth. But, a lot of dudes, they would message a woman, then it would sit there. So if a woman complains talking about a man don't match and message them on a dating app, I don't seen y'all potential. I've seen y'all matches, and all you hear, all I see on they side, this says a bunch of your turn. You know what your turn mean? It mean it's her turn to respond, meaning more than likely the man did respond, and she ain't never said shit back. So for her to be complaining about the few men that don't respond back to her, probably the higher value men that she really like, that's just the nature of the beast. You already doing it to somebody else, so don't be mad at somebody doing it to you. Suck it up. Then her last bullet says, mindlessly swiping and deciding the match isn't their type size worth conversation because they realize they aren't interested. Again, not gender specific. Yeah, men, they do this a lot. A lot of men, and yeah, this only apply to the not so attractive men and the desperate men. The desperate, not so attractive man, what they do, they get on the dating apps and just keep on fucking swiping right, over and over, keep swiping right, hoping that something lands, and then what happens that the app tells you that you don't reach your limit for the day, come back another day because you just out here mindlessly swiping, hoping that one woman bless you with their looks in a conversation. I'm not doing that shit. So if a woman wants to make it easy for me, then I'm gonna go and talk to her. But me mindlessly swiping, like it says right there, I'm not about to sit there and swipe on anything because I don't like everything. Every woman is not my type. I have a specific set of values and things I look for when it comes to women. And a lot of times, the first thing that does not gonna win me over is her looks. I want to see something else, and I'm not gonna discuss. But if it's not been seen from day one, then I'm not fucking wasting my time. I don't waste my time. If a woman send me like a 3-word message, you cut. Get the hell out of here. I'm not wasting my time on you. If I ask you a question, you keep on sending the vague response that you send to somebody you're not interested in. Guess who knows? I know you're not interested in me, so don't waste my fucking time. That's just how I am when I'm on these dating now, because I'm not about to be, play the fool, give you free attention when I could be saving my time doing something more constructive with my life. It says, let's continue on. It says, I'm not currently on the apps, but for myself and many of my girlfriends, this is a large reason for deleting them. We feel like the men on these apps aren't putting in any effort. To generalize it, it could be that stereotypical reason of genuine men aren't on these apps and it's just guys looking for a hookup on there. But this doesn't explain the matching without texting. Of course, we prefer to find more genuine guys in person, but that's a whole other conversation anyways. Would love to hear your thoughts and experiences. I'm not sure what the hell thank you, I don't know, Tia, I don't know what that means. But alright, like I said in the beginning, for a lot of us men, it is difficult to find women to match with. And a lot of men, the issue that they have is that they don't know how to get women off the dating app. So they turn women off by talking too fucking much on these apps and taking weeks to ask a girl for a number. Like I said, I'm asking For all the information I can get real quick within the first 4 messages, and ain't gonna be no long paragraphs, nothing like that, but within the first 4 messages, I can determine if a woman is trying to waste my time versus actually going out with me. This is my experience as a decent looking guy, but as a guy that's not, in tune with his feelings and other people's feelings and things of that sort, they might be out there saying oblivious things like, oh my God, you're so hot, you're such a queen, saying stupid shit that women hear every fucking day. So you don't want to keep repeating yourself and sound like the next dude. So this is how men get left into the pool of rejects. And I don't think a lot of dudes understand that. Instead of you going out there saying the same thing that every dude says, I'm telling you a few things I don't think you should say. As a man on a dating app, or even a woman, if you watching the video right here, one of the first things you don't want to do, this isn't even when you're texting a person on the phone, one thing you don't want to do is just send a message, hey, because it leads to nothing. And the only thing you're going to say after that is probably like, hi, or how you doing, or how's it going. Their response, fine. And what about the weather? You see what I mean? It has no content to it. No context, nothing special about it. No meat to the bones. Nothing can really come from these dumbass conversations. So instead of you wasting your time sending messages like that, you need to, put a little bit more effort into what you're going to say to the person. If you're going to say, hey, make sure you put the little comma and say a little bit more to it. Like, hey, you seen your photos and I just thought you was kind of cute, but I had a question. Where are you at when you had that fish dangling above your head over that water slide, whatever the fuck, ask a follow-up question. Don't just say no, hey man, because it leads to nothing. Like, why should they respond to you if you're only saying vague generic responses? Make some damn effort, men and women, for as far as texting the conversation. Don't sit there and just dry text somebody and then get mad when they don't got nothing to say back to you. All right, that's what I gotta say about the whole texting situation when it comes to using dating apps. Second, I would say as a man, you shouldn't be mindlessly swiping on any woman because you're desperate. Like, if that's the case, get out there in town and just, I don't know, say shit. You look hot. If I gotta say to 100 different women just to see how they respond, then I wouldn't even care. I do it before I sit there and send some hey good morning messages to anybody. Cause it's just too much work and it's too lazy and generic. The woman complaining when you go back up to here, it says mindlessly swiping. Yeah, this is what a lot of men do. Don't mindlessly swiping none of these women. I ain't mindlessly swiping nobody, because when you do that, this only validates them, makes them feel even more better. Like, yeah, another fucker wants me. You want her to look at you like you're just one of those, or you want her to look at you with respect. The most respectful thing you could do is just not swiping on people at all. Unless a woman swiping on you, stop swiping on her. That's my advice for the men watching this. And as far as the women watching this, I have reason. I think the reason you shouldn't swipe on females on dating apps because they already got a lot of fools swiping on them, a lot of ugly ogres and losers and desperate simps swiping on them. But what you could do as a guy is use like one of those little boosts that these websites be selling. That way you can get your photo pushed before other women, so the women can see your ass, and when they see you, they can make a conscious decision if they want to see you by hitting the like button. If they don't hit the like, then now you can confirm that none of the people in that area liked you, and that's just the way I go about it. Either you gonna like me or I'm not liking you, because I'm not about to sit there and waste my energy on getting rejected or never seeing the woman or her playing games with my time, because my time is important. As far as that whole ego booster thing, we already discussed it. I'm not going back on it. So that being said, let me go ahead and read a few of these, man. Then get back to work and get some work done. All right, so in regards to the topic right here, what is the man's life on the dating app? The bug life, we feel like little ants on there. There's a whole bunch of us and a queen, and these queens be on some trash. The queens of trash. The first person said, you are more likely to match with men who have a lot of other matches because they have attractive profiles. So these men are less likely to send a message since they have a lot of options. And I just said this, because I get a decent amount of match when I sign up for a dating app, and then I'm just gonna settle on the first person that pops up. Probably not. And even when you match with these women, a lot of these women have garbage communication skills. They all say the same lame shit as these men, or they make any bare effort. They make the bare minimum effort, and to me, it's quite disgusting. So I don't waste my time on any woman that I match with on any dating app, and they say hey, or just hi, or LOL, send a damn emoji. You try that with me, you gotta go. I ain't one of these dudes. You better make some fucking effort. Then it says, additionally, men generally swipe right on a lot of profiles because they are less selective, and most get very few matches. So then studying each profile carefully is a waste of time. Better to just swipe quickly and decide later. So they might not actually be interested in their matches. And this goes back to what I said before. It says, finally, men are expected to send the first message, sometimes even on Bumble, where some women are not aware that they have to message first, and have noticed that many women don't respond at all or put zero effort in the conversation, so that this makes them less likely to put in effort themselves. If your experience putting in effort is not paying off for a while, you stop paying effort. I guess that's what that means. It says, it's because of how many statistics work, because men swipe right on almost everyone, and because putting in effort generally doesn't pay off. And once again, I touched on this. I already said the same thing. A lot of dudes out here just like, just swiping on you goddamn great photos. That's how they are, just goofy, dumb fuckers. Just looking, doing some dumb. I'm not about swiping the damn women, man. Get out of here. I could be doing more stuff with my time, man. Things more important. This person said, the issue begins with the way these dating apps are designed. Honestly, I don't think that's where the issue begins. I think the actual issue when it comes to these dating apps is the fact that most women don't sign up for dating apps. Most men sign up for dating apps because most men have to go out their way to get a hold of a woman, to find romance and love with a woman. Women typically sit around, even outside of dating apps. They don't really have to do much work. They just sit around and the dude comes along, hey baby, damn, you look good today. Ooh, shit, you look nice in those jeans. Or, ooh, I like the way you walking on those heels, man. Them thighs thick as hell. You know, men say stuff like that. It ain't too often I get approached by a woman. I get approached by a woman, or a woman saying something positive about me, like, on a rare occasion. Maybe, like, once every few weeks, or a week or two, something like that. But compared to a woman, the love I get, we're in two different realms. Like, they love is magnified times 100. So if I'm getting it once or twice a week, they're probably hearing about two times, 2 or 3 times a week. Who the fuck knows? But I'm speaking from a man perspective. It says, as a result, people lack the patience to exchange meaningful messages. A match doesn't equate to a date. Far from it. The swipe apps also overuse filter screening out aspects that shouldn't necessarily be filtered. Damn, did I skip anything? They probably did, but I ain't going back. Alright, so touching on that right here and everything, having these filters and stuff in play. One reason I do kind of favor Facebook dating over is that Tinder and other apps, because they don't have that paywall, making it difficult for them to get seen. So I've noticed that, well, I guess in Cleveland, what I had noticed is that they would put majority of the black folks in the back of the app, and I think it's something to do with the fact that most people aren't swiping on them, because predominant people in Cleveland is a bunch of white people on dating apps. So the ones that get no love goes to the back of the bus with the rest of them. So if you want to really find all the dark skinned folks, you're gonna have to swipe left on every single person that's not dark as you, and that's just how it really is, because they got that filter in play. That's how a lot of these dating apps are. You ain't gonna see the good stuff. You might see the good stuff at first, but then as time goes on, people keep seeing you. They're gonna start, oh yeah, you're fucking ugly, you're a loser. Let's align you with the rest of the losers out here. That's how the dating apps be doing, folks. So be mindful when you're getting on here and you feel like you ain't finding nobody look like you, because maybe the ones that look like you are at the back where all the ugly folks are, and the attractive, you already seeing them, and they ain't gonna show you no more of them because you don't need to see them. It says, In real life, people don't come with labels declaring whether they smoke, have children, or other details. And sometimes, even if you think you prefer someone who doesn't smoke or have kids, you might find yourself falling in love with such a person unexpectedly. Yeah, and that really is how it be. Like me, I told myself I was looking for a specific type of woman, and then what typically happens is that I don't get what I'm looking for. I get something of a variant of that woman, and that is just typically how it be. Like you could say, oh, I want a woman that has no kids, mid 30s or early 30s or late 20s or some shit like that, and she got to look like this, be like fucking 5'7", blonde hair. I'm just throwing shit out here at this point, but you get what I'm saying and everything. You can have everything detailed, and then you go meet a woman that's 6'2", plays basketball, very outgoing, and cook like a chef, and willing to do everything for you, waiting on her knees when you walk in the door, just ready to show you some love and everything. You gonna turn that down all because you have preferences, set before? Fuck no. I ain't doing no shit like that. But if I got somebody doing me, catering to me, showing me everything I'm looking for, I'm gonna gravitate towards that because I'm not worried about the color of somebody's skin and everything. So yeah, you can't really sit there and have a filter in real life talking about, yeah, this is what I want and everything. Because in real life, people be lying, and ultimately in real life you discover far more than you would in the dating apps. The dating apps are very superficial, and it gets people on there, looking to hopefully find somebody, and then they gotta lie about themselves. And a lot of folks, they be lying their ass off in the dating apps. Something that people do, even I've done it before. I won't list specific things such as like where I work, because it's none of your business. Don't worry about where I work, or how far I am. Maybe I'm in Mexico, so I'm gonna hide my distance. Don't worry about it. But you get what I'm saying? People hide things online that they have a harder time hiding in real life. Like some folks, they might be trying to hide their weight, only showing like mug shots, or y'all see how the video is going right now. You only see a square portion of my face, like it's a portrait. They might only show photos like that. And when I see that, most men, even myself, when I see it, I'm assuming you're a fat person, a fat fucker, and I ain't gonna date no woman I think is, extremely obese or out of shape. If she built like Johnny Bravo, I don't want no big linebacker type of female. Show me the whole body, man. Put them damn photos out there. Stop playing around. Quit trying to trick men. That's how I look at that. All right, I'm gonna keep going. It says, filters are far from foolproof. People can lie about the details, and they often do. Human desire and preferences are also fluid. What appeals to us today might not tomorrow, and that's just part of life. Yeah, and that's how it is with some folks. You might want something in a person and prefer a certain type. I know my preference in women has changed over the years. I used to like women with nice thick lips and extra big boobs and nice butt and everything. But as I got older, my preference started changing. I'm like, well, don't same things are going to get saggy, and I'm not sure if I want to see monkey tits just dangling around where I'm just like living my everyday life and everything, and you taking clothes off may just look like that. I really maybe less monkey tit, like maybe perky. I don't know. I don't know what the best way I describe it at this moment, because like I said, I'm talking on the fly, and your preference changes as you get older and everything, and whatever you might like now, you might not like a little later on in life, so keep that in mind. It says, swipe-based apps strip away the spontaneity of meeting someone in person. The energy of a live, in-the-moment connection plays a huge role in shaping how a relationship unfolds. These apps can't replicate that. And to some extent, I would say that this is true. A lot of these app people do hide behind that, and that's why I tell folks, get your deposit first. Talk on these damn phones. Listen to the voice. Listen to the tonality of them. Don't sit there and text them 3 or 4 weeks, or text them, let's go on a date, and keep texting like y'all in prison or some type of pen pal overseas that can't actually talk on the phone. No, because you can't really get the feel for who they are. And when they start asking dumbass or robotic questions, so what do you do for a living? Man, I'm a ninja, I'm a soldier in Call of Duty. Stop asking me dumbass questions. Don't worry about that right now. Just get to know me and my personality and see if you like that, and we could discover everything else down the line. But in the day now, people could put any type of profession, and these photos don't do a lot of men justice, because a lot of men aren't photogenic. They're not out here trying to take photos and look cute, and most men, we don't really care about the photo. If it look decent, she look decent, we don't care. You could be wearing the damn hoodie and the damn half your shit showing. Maybe you ball under the hat, but we don't know if you look attractive. That's good enough for us. But women, they want to do. He up there riding a jet ski. He skydiving. He on a damn horse like Putin. You just out here doing every little thing and stuff and then and that's how you gotta draw the women in. But as far as women, you ain't gotta do much of shit, you know. So yeah, it does make it a little bit more difficult for us to, you know, find a genuine woman to date now versus in real life. But even if that is the case, a lot of men have a fear of rejection and getting approaching women in real life as well. It says swipe apps are heavily focused on appearance, prioritizing aesthetics above all else. This alienates countless individuals who don't fit society's narrow standards of beauty. In reality, it said in real life, people are far more nuisance. A less conventionally attractive person can captivate someone more attractive through their personality, value, charisma. On swipe apps, however, this dynamic is almost impossible, and this ties back to what I just said. It says the issue isn't the dating technology itself, but the way it's designed and implemented. Well, if that's the case, how would you have designed the app? Genius? Because if you're telling them folks that they gotta do something different, I don't see what else could have possibly been done different. What if you don't like the way you sound on the phone? They gotta say, hey, in order to get validated on this app or use this app, you have to say, hey, my name is Tyshawn, or hey, my name is this, my name is that, or you have to speak everything out. What if you're nervous on the phone? So I guess the best way to get by without actually communicating right then and there is the way they got these apps set up. Even if I hate these stupid dating apps, the way they got it, I'm gonna just leave it there because nobody has conquered it yet. Nobody's come with different method. Everybody got the same shit. They keep create all these little dating apps and stuff, and the same result. You know, they all got this stupid paywall. You got to pay for something. You ain't getting that for free, man. You want to get more access. Let me think of different apps. You got Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, BOK. I think it's something called Badu, Meet Me, Match, that co-parent app. It's a whole bunch of different apps. All of them got a damn paywall, man. So if you're thinking that you're going to just give away, you know, the secrets to a happier life for free, most people ain't doing that shit. You're going to pay for what you want. I'm going to read this shit, maybe like 2 more and I'm done. But there's a lot. It says, if you match with them, it's on you to send the first message. Likewise, if I match with them, I send the first message. I ain't doing that because a lot of women, they suck at communicating. They don't know how to communicate in the dating now. They say the same crap that they get mad about that men say, or they say, oh, the man has to message first. What? No, you really don't. If you know what you're talking about as a woman, you don't have to do any of that. If you're a guy, you know what you're talking about as a man, you don't have to do any of that. Me, I always message first because I don't want women leading the conversation and saying stupid stuff that I don't want to hear. I want to say and hear the stuff that's going to lead to her hanging out with me. So I'm not going to let her lead the conversation. I'm getting her off that app ASAP. That's how I am. It says, unfortunately, a lot of people don't know what they want on said app. I could say I'm looking for a long-term relationship specifically, and a lot of women that like me on the app still have figuring it out in their bio. The majority, but not all. And they can't hold a meaningful conversation. Bingo. Like I just said. Some that want something meaningful are too far. Yeah, it's very rare. But I don't see nothing wrong with when they say they still figuring it out. They still figuring it out. That means there's a potential room for me to shortcut to, you know, fun land, quote, quote. I'm trying to sit there and see something anyway. So for me to sit there and jump through all these hoops and do all the extra shit that you want, I'm good. And for me, I never put long-term relationship on the dating app. I feel like when you select the option long-term relationship, it sounds like you're telling the person, hey, you right there, you have to only date me specifically, and the two of us will only talk, and if we work out, then that's great. But if not, I'm going right back to where I found you at. I'm not about to sit there and just do no weird stuff like that. Look, let's just hang out, see where shit goes, and if it matches up and we spend a lot of time and you feel like you want to do something with me, then cool, let's do something. But if not, then let's not do something. It says, I think I read this. It says, it feels like men have to initiate waiting something. It feels like men have to initiate wanting something meaningful, and that feels forced rather than it being mutual. Alright, so here's the last one. Oh, hell no, I do have a bigger thing to say. And let me go find a different one. Why everybody got so much? Oh my goodness. It says this. We go for it because this is a guy. He's speaking exactly what he had to say. It says, 28. I've been on Hinge for a month, and I always send a conversation starter. I've had 3 matches after likely probably 30 women, and sending conversation starters with all of them based on their prompts. All those matches led to conversation last a couple of days, and then when I suggest a meetup with a time and place, I never hear back. That's because a lot of women are on there to get an ego boost or looking for men to talk to them. If you speak to a woman for one day, that's all it really takes, man. Maybe a few hours to talk to a woman on a dating app, and they dragging their feet. They on some bullshit, man. Don't waste your time. Like, I unmatched a couple women, got my hopes up, and then out of nowhere is unmatched. And this was a while back, and I'm like, oh man, this hurts. But nowadays I'm the one doing all the unmatching. I'm like, what? You said what? Oh, you ain't making effort, or oh, you taking 20 hours to respond. Oh, you must think you shit sweet, and you must think you just better than me. Like, your time is more important. You know what? X, get out of here, man. You hit that button before. You had opportunity to speak to me. You had to like something. That's how I am. So I ain't worried about none of that shit. Oh man. So that being said, I do have one last question for all y'all. You know, in the comment section, once y'all leave down there, y'all experience as a man, y'all experience as a woman. You know, because I describe my experience as a guy and what life is like being a little, you know, ant on a dating app. You know, when a colony of men looking to find and serve a queen. That's what it feels like. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. These dating apps is very saturated, and it makes it even more difficult for the attractive men to get noticed when every desperate peasant out here swipe right just because he's looking for some love. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Code Labz, and I'm out.